during the show, she was like, "Are you mad?" I was like, "Yeah, 100% I'm mad." And then she tried to talk about it on the spot. I was like, "Oh yeah, let's talk about it after the show," because I just feel like people shouldn't see us fight or argue about things, and we didn't, which I found really, I don't know.
Ever since then, there's just been a very weird energy. I don't want to talk to her right now because I feel like she's not happy with me.
Okay, so I just finished listening to Midday's conversation with Big Brother. And, Dede had actually had her own diary session way before Midday was called in. But I was just hoping that Big Brother would call Midday today, so that we can talk about this thing once and for all. And thankfully, Big Brother had called her in. She was the last person for today because right now they're getting ready for a task, like Big Brother had hinted, right? And guys, let's talk, okay? Let's talk.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey guys, hey Bethans, welcome back to my channel. My name is Betha, and I am so glad to have you back here. Now, if this is your first time coming across my channel, you are definitely welcome. Please make sure to hit on the subscribe button before you leave, and also give this video a very big thumbs up right now or at the end if you enjoyed watching it, okay? And of course, to my returning Bethans, my LOMLLLs. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. You are the absolute loves of my life, and I do not take you guys for granted, okay? Now, so at this point, hey, I don't know how to feel about the whole, issue Dede and Midday are having because both of them clearly miss each other, you know. They do. And they expressed that very clearly to Big Brother during their diary sessions. Even though on the one hand, Dede is hurt, on the other hand, Midday feels like, am I doing too much with the whole friendship thing? So it's not even a case of, oh, I don't want to be friends anymore. No, they actually miss each other.
I did feel like, okay, if something came up and there was like a misconception about something that I said, I would clear it up. I would not say anything.
I don't know if this is a good step for both of us to just take a break from each other and to just say, okay, I'm my own person, you're your own person.
Today's diary session, Big Brother had asked, in fact, today Biggie was asking them who they think will win the show. Okay, so let's even get with that. Coin had his diary session, Dede had hers, Culture had his, Sultana, K Bobo, and of course Midday. Now, Coin had mentioned that for him, he thinks Rule Boy might win the show. For Dede, she feels like, Faith, because he's very intelligent. For Culture, he mentioned Mensan. He feels like, Mensan has grace, right? And then Sultana mentioned 4 people. She mentioned Jason, Faith, Doris, and Imisi. For K Bobo, he mentioned Faith. And for Midday, I honestly can't remember who she mentioned. But then, again, like I was saying, Big Brother had asked Dede, questions about how she's feeling and all of that. And she's like, well, she's feeling good, According to her, she's at that place where it's like whatever you do, she just does okay. And then after spending some time in the house, it got to a point where it's like, okay, but but now, okay, like anything you want to do, just do it. And she now started talking about the whole thing that happened on Sunday, Ebuka asking the question. And as much as for her, she knows that the question might have been exaggerated, it might have gone out of context. She just felt like it made more sense that, Midday would approach her and try to have a conversation. That even on that day, Midday was trying to have the talk right there and then. But she's not the type of person that would want people seeing her and her friend arguing about anything, So she told her, oh, let's talk about it later and all of that. And then Midday since then, it's been like, there's been tension between the both of them. And that today, Midday had asked her, oh, would you like to talk? And she said, yes, I'm ready to talk when you are. And up until now, Midday has still not said anything, right? So for her, as much as, she had a great time having Midday as a friend, she doesn't regret being friends with Midday, she didn't say anything negative about Midday, but it's just in the fact that, at this point, I don't know if I can, be all that with anybody again. Because again, from the start, I came in, and I kept preaching the whole individuality thing. I just didn't want to be attached to anybody or anything like that. But now hearing that, it was just somehow for her, right? Even though she kept saying, I know that it might have been exaggerated by Ebuka because, again, the show is the show, but, Midday should have said something or, at least not even apologize, right? But at least try to have a conversation. And then she also talked on the whole Kola situation where he had said that he doesn't understand what she sees in Koyin and all of that. That why is it a problem who she's friends with, why do I have to see something in somebody for me to be friends with the person? So for her, she just thinks that is weird. She just complained a bit to Big Brother. And then it was time for Midday to speak, during her own diary session. And, her own point of view was totally different. Hers is this whole narrative of I'm the one that is forcing the friendship. She was trying to explain the context with which she was having that conversation with Kola. Which for me, I'm just like, I think that she should actually have a conversation with Dede, and it shouldn't be Dede coming to her, okay, because you were the one that said what you said. And like Dede pointed out during her diary session, when the fish thing happened, she made a very conscious effort to speak to the people involved. The fishes that were referred to that day, she spoke to them. So now they brought up something that you had said, whether it's in the exact way you said it or not, and you're staying away. Now, Midday is telling Big Brother during her diary session that she's deliberately staying away from Dede because she feels like there's a lot of tension between them. And most importantly, she fears the whole narrative of, oh, it is Midday that is begging Dede for friendship. And I'm just like, girl, are you sure? I hear you, but are you sure? Because the Midday that I know, as much as Midday is that person who I have come to you guys, more than once to say, oh, I don't like the kind of conversations that I find this girl having about Dede sometimes. I don't like it, but I like their friendship, and again, I'm just that person who would always say, no friendship in Biggie's house is 100% until they get out of the house. So even if it was an alliance, I liked the alliance. I still like the alliance, right? But, her now saying that, oh, she doesn't want the narrative of she's the one begging for friendship. Mama, I don't think you're telling the truth. I feel like the only reason you haven't gone to have a conversation with Dede is because of what Bright said to you. And if you're going to be honest with yourself, you will know that that's the truth. You see all these other things you are saying. I hear you. It's on the one side of my head, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, you miss her so much. You literally said that to Big Brother. I miss my friend. We had even talked about the whole birthday thing. Today's my birthday. She didn't wish me happy birthday because we're not in a good place and all of that. And before now, we had talked about the whole birthday thing. And Dede was so excited to be the assistant birthday girl. But because of everything that's happening now, I feel like she's angry with me. I feel like she's not happy with me. Oh, you know this about your friend. You also mentioned that, oh, Dede is not the type of person to talk about things, but I'm the expressive one. So honestly, if you want the friendship to work, since you are the expressive one, I don't see why you're holding back. So the only valid reason would be that you don't want your man to be upset with you. And I don't understand. Bright just has a way of advising, and that's the thing, like, I can't even blame him, I can't blame Bright because you will not tell me that this is fire, put your hand, and me too, I'll put my hand. It's only because I want to put my hand, that's why I'll put it. He has said his own, and you can understand that that's from a place of, oh, I don't really like the girl, right? It's from a place of, I'm not saying the girl, I beg. If you beg her, me and you go vex. So Midday is trying to be careful here. Again, I keep saying it. I hear her. So people should not come to me with, oh, Betha, but she explained herself. I heard her, okay? But I'm saying that on a scale of 1 to 10, what Bright said to her has 1 to 6. Okay, so this her reason of, oh, I don't want it to be like, I feel like that's just 4% out of 10%, So I don't know. She kept on talking about how she misses her friend. And something that Dede did today that she found very sweet and very cute was in the fact that, yes, we're not talking and all of that, but Dede had wrapped her a gift and had kept it in her locker. And she found that very sweet. That shows that as much as both of them are hurting, they still miss each other. And I get it. Dede can actually be the bigger person and say, okay, let's talk about it. But I just think it's fair that Midday makes the move. I don't know. Guys, let me know. Because now I miss them. I miss seeing them together. I actually miss seeing them together and just listening to both of them speaking, to Big Brother, expressing themselves differently. Biggie had to even say something to Midday towards the end of her diary session, after he had presented her with, balloons and told her that there was a cake and, some snacks and drinks for them in the storeroom. Big Brother had told her and he said,
Midday,
Yes, big brother.
a broken friendship can be a comma or a full stop. That is your choice to make.
And I feel like that actually got to Midday a lot, because she was just like, she's just worried. How right see me? Like, sometimes don't listen. Have the conversation with your friend. Have the conversation with your friend. I don't know, guys, let me know what you think about this whole situation, yeah?
I just feel like if she doesn't have a conversation with me, I would not speak. We're cool, like, I enjoyed every bit of the friendship, and it's still one of the most beautiful things that have happened to me in the house. But moving forward, it's still what it is. Individuality it is.
Who else? Let's talk about Koyi. Koyi also mentioned how he feels like Kola fucked up, because why are you saying that I'm talking like a child? Oh, you don't even know what Dede sees in me and all of that. Bro, I'm not even interested in the girl. Like, if you like her that much, I could have even helped you put mouth. She's my friend. I know her. She will listen to me. I could have even helped him. He was telling Big Brother that for him, it just feels like, Kola messed up and all of that. And then something Big Brother kept asking the housemates today, the ones that came in for the diary session was, what's the criteria for you voting for the most influential? I feel like they've also seen the chats, they've seen comments, they've probably gone through our comment section and just about every other creator's comment section, and they've heard people saying, how did Faith win it? And other people saying Faith actually deserved it. And so Biggie felt like it would be nice to hear from the housemates. And to be honest with you guys, all the housemates that went in today, as much as they had negative things to say about Faith, in the sense that, he's this, he's that, he's that, they always still ended up saying, but Faith, he deserved it because, he puts in a lot in the tasks, he puts in a lot in the wager, he does this, he does this. In fact, Dede went ahead to remind Big Brother, just in case he missed it, remind Big Brother that the guy is so brilliant. He spoke to them about the human skeleton, he explained it, his this, so they voted. They actually did. Maybe not all of them, and maybe not in all categories, but when they finished saying, he's this, well, he deserved it. He deserved it. So yes, he did. Can we put that to rest? Like, can we? Because even Sultana, during her diary session, she mentioned to Big Brother that yes, she and Faith, they're not in a good place right now, but she was more than happy to hear him announced as the most influential housemate. That she couldn't hide it to the point where she was like, yes, because for her, the guy deserves it, right? And to be fair, he does. He does. He actually does. Anyways, what else did Big Brother ask? Big Brother wanted to know how they were feeling about the whole nostalgia. Can I tell you guys, even the chair in the diary room, ekpe, wooden chair, that type I showed you people, no backrest, nothing. Big Brother removed the fancy artwork and replaced it with atupa, like lamp. Those are our olden days lamp. You're waiting to hang for wall. I'm just like, Biggie, calm down. Biggie, take it easy at this point. Relax yourself. And for Koyi, he mentioned to Big Brother that all of these things are things that he grew up with. The whole sleeping on the mat, sleeping on the bench. That even if Big Brother tells them to sleep on the bench, he will find a way around it. And for me, I feel like that's the way to survive in Biggie's house. Just have an open mind, I know that some people were born with a silver spoon, a golden spoon, but some people spoon not even dey their mouth, Again, if it didn't dey, it didn't dey. Plastic spoon, just break that thing because not they work, okay? Today you get money, tomorrow you don't get. That's plastic spoon vibe, okay? So if they burn you with plastic spoon, break it, okay? And strive for either golden spoon or silver. You use your hand, find something, The guy kept saying, it's like for him, it's nostalgic. Even Culture, when Culture was talking to Big Brother, he was like, Biggie, this is so nostalgic. The whole vibe, even this chair that you put here, Big Brother, this one go far.
This chair, they let me laugh.
As in, eh? I swear. And then, of course, Big Brother had asked him how he was feeling. And guys, it's so nice to see that guys cry in Biggie's house. I've always been an advocate of guys, crying. Like, express yourself. If you need to cry, cry. I don't believe in the whole, hey, guy must not be seen shedding tears. Why? Are you not a human being? So when I saw Culture crying, I mean, yes, we know that first week they all cried, but I'm just saying, like, now, just seeing them talking about family and all of that and breaking down, as much as sometimes they can overdo it, but I like that they're crying. I like that they can, they can, I don't know how to put it, they can feel things, right? There's a word I'm looking for, but since I can't find the word, let them just be feeling things. You understand? Um, he talked about how he misses his mom. This is the longest he has stayed without speaking to his mom. He talked about, the fact that he was packing bottles together or something, in Biggie's house. It just reminded him of something he used to do, before he came into Biggie's house at some point in his life. He used to pack like bottles, all these plastic bottles and all of that, and he will sell them and make some money from it. Talked about how he misses his brothers. He talked about his mom and his stepdad, who he would rather not call his stepdad because the man has been there, in his own capacity and all of that, and how people always think, oh, because they are general overseers of a church, the offering money always comes to them. When in the real sense of things, the money is not even enough. Like, they sometimes reach out to him, oh, Culture, well, they don't call him Culture, his name is God's Will, right? He mentioned that to Biggie. Oh, God's Will, we need money for the roof, we need money for the drum to fix something, like, it's just a lot. And how, like, his mom has to now live in the church because for her, paying rent in church and paying for a house again is a lot, so his mom would rather live in the church so that they can cut costs, and then him and his brothers, they live, in his words, in the face me and face you. Just basically explaining how he's hoping that they are doing well. And I know some people will be like, oh, pity card, pity votes. That's why he's saying all these things. I'm aware that you guys will say that. But sometimes I choose not to look at why they are doing things. I just want to tell you guys what they said and, just be emotional for them. It was quite emotional, to be honest, when Culture was in the diary room. Even K-Bobo, when he was talked about his injury. You guys, he used to be in the football club, in America, I think, yeah. And he had an injury, but he's healing now. He's just wondering how life would be for him outside of the game and all of that. And then, of course, Big Brother, trust Big Brother to always have nice things to say to them. He will tell them words and they'll get emotional, then he will crack them up. In fact, he told Kebobo it may seem as though the smoke from the charcoal, because guys, let me tell you, they finished the kerosene in the stove and Biggie did not bring kerosene. Biggie brought charcoal pan and charcoal. Man, this barest minimum is even affecting me. Because what do you mean charcoal? Like charcoal. Ha! That one go far. Now music on they set them up, like they put as the Biggie. Biggie, at least, even if not kerosene, Biggie turned up the whole ACs. Like they were literally sweating, even in the diary room. It's a lot, oh. It's like a lot is happening to them in that house. Ha! I'm just like, Biggie, take it easy. Now, when K-Bobo was crying, he was not like, oh, it may seem as though smoke has entered your eyes and your nose. That's why you're crying. He now said, yes, big brother. Just make him feel good. I think that was it, For Sultana, she talked briefly on, her friendship with Isabella and Doris and how she's not the type of person that when she hears things about her, she now starts acting on them, except you're bold enough to come and speak to her about it. But if you cannot do that, then whatever you're saying doesn't actually hold grounds. And that's just a perfect way to describe me, right? Like, if you like, talk about me from now till tomorrow. Betha did this, Betha did this, Betha did this. I go there, yeah, but you see that reaction you want from me? Because my reaction is it's important to me. I try to, you will not get it. Especially when I feel like you're not even worth it, you're just not going to get a reaction from me. So if you like talk, she doesn't really care. For example, she talked about how Isabella had gone to tell Doris, oh, Doris, you need to stay away from Sultana, or she's a bad person. And then now, it is the same Isabella that is coming close to me, trying to be friends with me, and just yesterday when Doris had seen both of them, Doris was like, is this not the same person that Isabella said is a bad person? And for her, it's like, at least she didn't say it to me. So I might as well act like I don't know what is happening. If she can't say it to me, then it's not that important. Talked about that, talked about faith and how like she feels like, they all talked about faith tenure and how, this season, this tenure, this dispensation is a bit strict. And at the end of the day, he's the head of house. Even Kebabo was trying to sound like, that guy called faith. I'm like, if I slap you, he's the head of house. But get that into your head, okay? Surely that guy called faith. Let's see they talk for there. Talk way. Without your intonation, wey be say just dey confuse me. Like, guy, relax yourself, oh. Don't make me enter you. I go rush you like trailer. You understand me? Betha. Now, wow. Anyways, that's all the gist that I wanted to give you guys on this particular video. If I remember anything else, we will talk about it on the next one. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know, did you watch their diary sessions? Did you enjoy watching? And what do you think of Midday and Dede's friendship? Like, do you think they should just keep it moving, or do you think there's a need for them to have conversations? I personally think that they should. I think that they should have that talk. And if it doesn't work out, then that's fine. Friendship not be by force, you understand? But I would love to hear what you guys think about it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done that already. And of course, I will see you guys on the next one. You see all these things I'm doing. I'm not feeling too okay. Like, my back hurts, but see me sitting down here and shining my teeth like I haven't just been in so much pain in the last couple of hours. Like, it's crazy. Like, anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye.